Bam, bam, we are live at Skip Clark, Skip Happens. Deb Lamphere, the president and founder of the Country Music Fan Club, and our guest tonight, PKJ. We got her back. Paige King Johnson, everybody. Paige, what's going on, girl? How are you?
I'm great. I'm lovely. I just finished eating supper. I got a full stomach. I'm ready to go.
I like that. What'd you have for, is it dinner or supper?
We talked about this whenever I was there, when you fed us supper.
Yeah.
But we had chicken.
We have chicken every night.
Crock pot chicken. You know, crock pot and the air fryer have been the lifesavers here during, quarantine.
Oh, my God. You gotta love the air fryer.
It's amazing.
Yeah. You can get fries that are 2 days old, put them in the air fryer, and they crisp right up. They're good. What do you mean, no?
I don't feel like I'm using it properly when I use the air fryer. I don't know why.
We got it first, and, we started doing, really bad stuff. So I figured out how to make donut holes in the air fryer.
Oh.
So I put on the COVID-19 very quickly.
You and the rest of us, my dear.
Oh my goodness. It's so good to see you, Paige. I know we talked, I don't know how many months ago, but we actually had you in studio. You came through on the radio tour, you and your mom, and it was just so nice to see you, to see your mom, and be able to talk in person. But I guess, and then I think we talked on the phone. Was it right around when the tornado went through Nashville?
Yeah, well, I saw y'all when y'all were in Nashville for the CRS week.
Yeah,
we did.
Yeah, that too.
Y'all came to my show.
Yep.
So that was February, which was probably last time I talked and saw Deb.
Yeah, probably.
I talked to you, Skip, on the phone last week while you were vacationing.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's when we set all this up.
Yeah.
That's right. I was in the Outer Banks. And you got to love it there. It's North Carolina, but I have to self-quarantine for 14 days before I can step back into the studio. So I've been working out of my home. But it's so good to see you. And we're going to talk music. We're going to talk everything about Paige King Johnson. I know you got some good news. You got something coming up really quick. It might be happening as we speak.
I love surprises.
I know. And you're sitting right underneath a star.
Well, you are. Convenient. I know. I should be able to show the whole thing.
There it is. That's perfect. A star for the star.
A star for the star. Read my mind.
Bam.
Halo.
Hey, that's a good Frozen shot.
I know. You actually froze.
For about 5 seconds. Perfect.
When I play this back, I'm going to have to screenshot that and send it to you. It was pretty awesome. Okay, let's get started. Where are you? Describe your surroundings. I ask everybody that when we first kick off the conversation, but tell us.
I am in North Carolina. I'm back in North Carolina right now. I've actually pretty much been here most of the time since March, which seems insane.
Wow.
But I came back home at the beginning of all this, and like everybody else, I was like, oh, it'll just be 3 weeks. I'll be back. We'll be up and running, ready to go. I only packed 6 shirts whenever I came home. Here we are 6 months later.
Wearing the same 6 shirts.
Yeah.
Well,
you can't smell it, right?
Right.
Do you have an apartment in Nashville?
Yeah, so I have a place there, and I have a roommate. So she's been taking care of herself. Yeah.
Aww. Poor
they
roommate.
Party storm.
Yeah.
But nobody knows they got the party going on.
Yeah.
I know, but her poor roomie's been all by herself.
I know. Well, thankfully, her boyfriend lives in Nashville, so they've been able to quarantine together, and at least have somebody to eat supper with at night.
Yeah.
So they've worked it out, and I've made a couple of trips back now, working on work stuff. And so I've got to see her a little bit, but I mean, obviously not normal. Even when I'm out on the road, I'm home usually more than, times in 6 months. So.
Yeah, it's crazy. Being in North Carolina, though, you're in one of those states that, well, for example, we're in New York State and you're on our travel advisory list. That was one of the reasons, of course, I had to self-quarantine. Yeah. But How is it there? I mean, is it really as bad as they say, or what's it like? Can you go out? Can you do things? I know you must have to wear the mask and all that, but
Yeah. So, I mean, my hometown is like 3,000 people. So here's a lot different than, big cities. And I think big
right.
cities everywhere are just kind of struggling. But it's a very delicate situation. I mean, we're not acting like it's not here. Obviously, I wear a mask whenever I go out anywhere in public or whatever, but
Right.
we're not under as strict concerns as big cities are, thankfully.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I know a few people who have been sick throughout all of this, but thankfully nobody's been severely sick.
Yeah. Thank God.
And they've gotten over it quickly. So
Yeah. Yeah. What's your mask look like? Is it got music notes on it or something?
so a lady from my home church here, she made me one. They were making some of the piano and the organ players at the church, and she came by the other day and she was like, I was making these for all the ladies in the church, and I figured you'd probably want one too because it has music notes on. I was like,
that's so sweet. That's so sweet.
I love coming home.
Who would have ever thought we'd be talking about mask? And so what's your mask look like? Who would have ever thought we'd be doing that?
I said that to my mama today because I'm having to go to a friend's wedding this weekend, and I said, I have to match my mask to what I'm wearing.
Yeah, that's the new fad now.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. It's crazy. Let's talk about you and your music a little bit, and then we'll get back to some more of this just general conversation, I guess. So you've been, we've been over this a couple of times, but just kind of refresh us as to how long have you been playing? You had a single on the radio here not too long ago. Was it Watered Down the Whiskey? Did I say that right?
You did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I remember I said it wrong once and you corrected me.
Well, a lot of people think it's Don't Water Down the Whiskey, but
maybe that's what I said. Okay. Yeah, Jim Cahoon just came on. You know Jim?
Hello, Jim. Yeah, so
there you go. Okay.
Life's been good. For anybody who doesn't know who the heck I am, I've been playing music for almost 13 years now, which is crazy. But I've started really playing guitar, and that's when I first got my guitar. I was 10 years old. So I've been, just started out playing the typical, local festivals, county fairs, people's birthday parties, playing in church a lot, to the people who had to tell me I was good just because they loved me,
I bet you were good and cute too, so that always helps.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, and from there, I fell in love with playing. I fell in love with performing. I've always been a child who needed a lot of attention, so that was just right up my alley, And since then, I mean, and 5 years ago, I moved to Nashville. I went to college out there, and really, that's when I started writing my own music. And kind of started finding my voice as a songwriter and figuring out who I was as an artist. And over the last 5 years, there was a lot of growing and a lot of life that happened. Moving out away from my family, being on my own, going to college, getting your heart broke, all that kind of fun stuff that life just
part of life
umbrella.
Yeah. But I'll say it makes for great music.
It does.
It got a lot to write about, and a lot. You're still young, and your heart's been broken, and I'm sure you've fallen in love again. You've done. I mean, it's all great for writing great songs.
Oh, for sure. I remember listening to an interview one time that Taylor Swift. People were speculating that Taylor Swift just went into so many relationships just so she could write songs about them. Just to have write material.
Well, it worked.
Whatever works. Hey.
And as a girl, go on all the dates you want to. Get a free drink, get a free meal, get a good song out of it, make a few $100,000.
There you go. Well, making a few $100,000 easier said than done.
Very much. Yeah. I'm sitting here thinking, I'm really happy I got $50 out of my royalty statement.
That check you pulled out of the mailbox, like, wow, $49.50. I did all right. I could put gas in the truck. I get it. I get it. But, a lot of people don't realize that. They think once you get a song on the radio, of course, oh my God, she's on the radio. She's got to be making a lot of money. It's all good. No. There's a lot of payback before you even get to making $1.
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And songwriting, that's probably, well, we all know that's where the money is. If you can write songs and get your song on somebody else's, with somebody else's music, that's where the money is.
Well, absolutely. And especially, strictly just songwriters who are just writing for other artists all the time. I mean, they don't have any payout that they have to give. I mean, they write the song and then they just get their half of the writer's share in the mail. They don't have to pay for production costs or video costs and radio plans and all that kind of stuff. So they haven't made. Why that's wanted to be a songwriter?
That's smart. That's very
smart girl.
Yeah.
Smart girl. You know what I think is smart as well is that you're doing a lot of this yourself. Mm-hmm. You're putting your single out. I know you're working with certain promotions people, but still you're not under a big label. Yeah. You get to make the decisions. You get to decide what you're going to do. And then you just pay somebody to help you out.
Yeah.
Out there, which is I think that's a very smart decision. So,
well, we all know I'm a control freak.
That's a good way to be, in my opinion.
I'm a control freak and I'm a planner, so it's just best if I handle all my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I can.
Then you know where everything is. You know where it's supposed to be. You know when you're supposed to be somewhere, and how you're going to get there, and the whole bit.
Yeah,
I agree. I'm with you.
I'm like, whatever.
Yeah. Skip's the total opposite.
I don't know. I just work here.
Mm-hmm. I just work here. It's my house. Hey, It's my microphone. That's my podcast studio. Hey, whatever you guys say, whatever. Deb is so businesslike, and I'm the guy that just like, whatever, Deb. Okay. And that's what makes this so good. That's what makes our relationship, our working relationship so good, because with the podcast, she keeps us on the straight and narrow. She, we're going to do that. We're going to do it this way. We're going to get this done. We're going to do that. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Yeah. I
need to be there and where, and I'll be.
Basically.
Well, I haven't quite gotten on his nerves yet. Check back in a couple months.
Wait a minute. We've been doing this for almost a year. And,
I know.
When Paige was here in the studio a while ago, were you in the studio with us, Deb, or not?
I was, yes. Yep. Met Mom.
Okay.
Yes. That was when I first started coming over to the studio, actually. We had a lot of people passing through on radio tours, so I was getting my feet wet trying to break your equipment, things like that.
Yeah, that's true. When we have the artist in, we usually have pizza and wings, too. Did we have pizza and wings that night?
Yes. Yeah. My mom was just talking about that before I got on. We had supper with him. He got us pizza. I got to meet his wife, and I got to meet his son.
Well, that's what it's all about. And it's all about family. It's all about fun. And it's all about great people like you. And most of the country artists that we chat with, we spend time with, we become friends with. I got to say, everybody's like that, because you're so down to earth, so cool. You appreciate everything that people are doing for you. And it's right, from our angle too, it's the same thing. And it just makes for a great relationship. But
yeah, well, I mean, and you know what, like artist to radio DJ or artist to fan club organizer, we both need each other,
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you won't have content to post if artists aren't making music, and I wouldn't have any way to share my music if it weren't for people like y'all. So we got to be best friends, because if one of us goes down, both of us are going down.
What a great way to look at it. Yep. One of us goes down, we're all going down.
She would make a great business partner. That's make a great business partner.
Absolutely.
Let's get back to the music a little bit. So you've been writing. I mean, you're not actually being in North Carolina. You're not that far from Nashville, just a few hours, right?
Well, it's a 9-hour drive from where
what?
Because
that's farther than I thought.
So long.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I'm like right in the middle of North Carolina, and Nashville is, pretty in the left third of Tennessee.
Give me an idea. When we went to, of course, we were in the Outer Banks, as I mentioned a few minutes ago. How far are you actually from the Outer Banks? So I have some idea where you are.
So, well, as the crow flies, or as you have to drive in the car?
All right. Let's say you got to drive from your house to the Outer Banks.
So
how far?
Me and my boyfriend actually went to the Outer Banks back at the beginning of August, and it took us 6 hours.
Holy, you know what?
Yeah. Well, we were on one of the islands. Ocracoke, so we had to catch a ferry.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But it took us a good 4 to get down to whatever that bottom part is before you have to jump the ferry.
Did you visit like Dixie 105 or any of the radio stations while you were there?
No.
Well, I think that's the only country station in the Outer Banks, but no. Oh man, good times though. Have you been there at all? Did you do the radio tour there or no?
No, I didn't. That was actually the first time I've ever been to the Outer Banks.
Oh, okay. And your thoughts?
It was very pretty.
Okay. Did you see the horses?
Not that time, but I do remember a couple of like elementary school field trips where we went to one of the like Shackleford Banks. Is that?
Oh, you're don't ask me. I could tell. I just, you get down in, not Nags Head, but Corolla, however they say it, up in that area. You get on the beach and you see the horses, the wild horses, and it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
I have to interrupt for 1 second.
Oh no.
No, Paige, can you see Skip not being frozen, or is he frozen on your screen?
Can you hear me?
Oh, I think he is frozen.
Yeah, you've been frozen for about a minute now. Just saying.
Stand by. Stand by, but you can hear me.
It's a really
I can hear you.
Smirk you have going on, though.
It's a good one. It's not a bad froze. We've been a lot worse, let me tell you.
No, this thing's kind of doing. Here we go. See, you know why this got jinxed? Because
Yes.
Oh, I'm still not moving. You can hear me though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you might need to pop out and pop back in again. Sorry, viewers. Every once in a while, we have a little glitch here.
You know what? It's not a bad smile. I could just, just pretend to see my mouth moving. I mean, now that's good. I like that. Doesn't look bad. I don't know. I could do something and try something really quick, but I'm afraid if I go out, would you have to start all over again? No, we wouldn't.
No, we wouldn't.
Hang on a minute. Hang on. I got an idea.
Deb said, no, we wouldn't.
No. This has happened a couple times here and there that he'll have to pop out. Or sometimes I just cut off. I don't even realize I'm not there until 5 minutes later.
Yeah, that is weird. Hang on. Let's see. Are you sure you want to this is crazy. Go ahead. You guys talk about the music here a minute. And I'm going to.
So, Paige, what's going on with your latest single?
So I'm actually in the thick of it right now because this is release week for me, which is really exciting. I tell people all the time that as an artist, I feel like release week is kind of like Christmas for me. It's like leading up to it. And so I'm counting down the days, and I can tell it's release week because I haven't really slept a lot.
So what exactly is, this is a question I've never asked from the artist point, from what is release week? What do you go through? We just hear the end result. Yay, it's the day and the song is coming out. What do you have to go through on your end?
Well, I mean, just this week has just been a lot of this. Of sitting down and talking with people, which thankfully, I mean, it stinks that I can't see y'all in person for this. But, doing a lot of all this virtual stuff, I can fit in a lot more and I can see a lot and talk to a lot more people, which has been really nice. And, hopefully reaching some more people, and I can see you, Skip.
Carry on. Go ahead.
Well, just to fill you in, we've never really asked the question. We always get so excited when new music comes out. Is it on Friday by any chance? It's good because New Music Friday we post every week on my country music page. So I'll be sure to get promoting your song out there for you. But Skip, I was just asking her what exactly happens during release week, and there is a lot of promotion going on her end. So
that's cool.
So it's
quite busy.
A lot of like early morning radio calls, and then You know, like tomorrow I have a live stream in the middle of the day, like during lunch hour, and then I have a lot of live streams, you know, at night, and Instagram page takeovers.
How
And
cool is that to do the takeovers?
I feel like I don't have that interesting of a life, especially right now. So I'm kind of worried. I'm doing the first one tomorrow that I've done in a while. I'm like, okay, well, I at least have a couple of other things planned that I know I have to do. But I'm like, do they want to see what I'm eating? Like,
what time will that be at?
well, I get to start whenever. So whenever I start doing something that's post-worthy during the day.
Well, you never know.
We'll have to keep an eye.
Who knows?
No.
You know,
What about
I'm gonna get up and work out in the morning. Maybe I'll bring them along and jazzercise with me.
Jazzercise?
That's a good idea, actually.
I know. I like it. What about the early morning radio station calls? You get up and you got the frog in your throat, you know, at the first thing. Yeah.
You gotta.
Then they want you to be, you know, sing the song and all that. So.
But I do have to say, whenever I was on radio tour, I feel like it kind of got me in shape because I mean,
Probably
those were some early mornings, and you know, with like routing and stuff. If we were playing a show for like a station one night late somewhere, we couldn't, you know, drive the 3 or 4 hours it was to the next city. So we'd have to stay there and then drive in the morning. It's like, well, we got a 7 o'clock call time at so-and-so station. So pack it in, y'all.
So being the control freak that you are, do you schedule all of these yourself?
No. I could not do that.
Okay.
Thankfully, my radio team does handle all that. And they just tell me when and where to be. But as far as, you know, hotels and all that and cars and everything, that's all on me because I like
that's all you.
So
good for you.
It's a nice balance.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's a crazy week. I feel like I'm not nervous, but I'm excited just because it's been, you know, over a year since I released Water Down the Whiskey.
Oh my God, has it been that long? Holy God. Yeah,
and
well, it has to be. Yeah.
It was gonna come earlier, and we had all intentions of it being, you know, this song being a late spring, early summer release. But right when everything hit, we didn't have time to be able to get everybody together and you know, get the music video done for it and, you know, have all the meetings that we needed to have to be able to kind of strategize everything. And so it kind of got put on the back burner just because I, being, you know, a co-writer of the song and very, very protective over it and knowing that how special this song was and I wanted it to have its time. You know, I kind of pumped the brakes on that for a little while just because I think everybody kind of needed time to figure out what the heck was going on.
Right.
I think we're still trying to figure out what the heck is going on. So. Yeah, no doubt.
But I didn't feel like for me it was the right time then to put out music. And so, you know, a lot of coincidental God things have happened with all this. I'm like, you know, there was a reason that we needed to push it off a little while. And a lot of really cool things I'm excited about with this release. So, you know, it all works out.
Cool.
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you been able to play out though in the meantime a few different places? I did see on, I think it was your Facebook or online that you played, I think at your dad's business. You did a little type of you know, a little show, and I don't know if that was a benefit or what, but it was kind of cool to see you do that.
Yeah, so I've been able to play a few live shows, all of them being outdoor shows, at some like breweries and wineries around here who have been able to, you know, safely have people out and bring live music back for people, which has been really nice. And then I actually put on a music festival here in my hometown.
Cool.
Which was originally planned to be for May as a normal, you know, show, and then everything happened. And so we had to postpone it for a little while to kind of figure out if A, we were going to be able to do it, and B, if we were, you know, how we could do it and keep everybody safe and healthy, and, you know, still let them be able to enjoy the music. And so we postponed it for a little while. We actually had it a month ago yesterday.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it was really fun. It was the first time I'd been able to play with a full band since, you know, March. And for a lot of people, it was the first live music that they had seen since March. You know, it was just a lot of families and friends that were out there in their little 12-foot and 24-foot spaced squares.
And their little fold-up chairs.
And so we had like picnic area, and then we had where people could tailgate, and so they could choose where they wanted to be. And actually, somebody ended up bringing their pontoon boat on their trailer and just staying on the pontoon boat.
Oh, how fun!
It was a redneck festival.
Seriously, that would be awesome. What a great idea! I don't have a pontoon boat though, but that would be a great idea.
Yeah. People get very creative.
They do.
Yeah,
they were all just excited to be able to have something to look forward to.
Look, there's somebody playing a guitar. Oh my God.
I almost forgot what that looked like.
Man, that sounds like some good music there. It would be awesome. Hey, speaking of that, you got your guitar with you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Maybe we can hear a little something. Oh, look how pretty. Is that the same guitar?
It's not. This is one that usually stays here, and I'm trying to like get it out.
That thing is nice. That's gorgeous.
But it has my name on it.
It does.
Actually, I'm a Taylor girl. My first guitar was a Taylor, and that just kind of stuck with me forever. This is the only non-Taylor guitar I have, and it's a Martin.
Okay.
It was a pawn shop find by my dad. And it was custom made for some man, and he had pawned it to help out his family, and then he ended up passing away, and I got it for a steal. So
I bet. It looks beautiful. I love the I don't know what the craft work on that. Of course, your name right there as well. That is so cool. Is there a difference between Taylor and Martin, or is it just a preference thing?
Well, funny you ask, Skip. So to my ear, I think that Taylors are a lot on the mellower sides. They're a lot sweeter sounding to me.
Okay.
And it depends on the kind of wood, obviously, that they're made out of, kind of how sweet, mellow tone it has. Whereas Martins, they sound a lot more full-bodied to me, a lot more on the bass end of things.
Okay.
And like this one is strictly just an acoustic guitar. There's no pickup in it. So I just use it to write on and to play stuff like this.
Like this, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know that. I had no idea. I thought, well, it comes down to it being a personal preference, though, whether you rather have it a little deeper, or you said one has a little more bass, or.
I think, well, and, most of my shows I play, I'm plugged in, and plugged in, I think I like the sound of Taylor's a lot better than I do Martin's, just because if they are super bassy, then that's all you can hear. And that's the most pleasant thing.
I got you.
I'm seeing a sponsorship with Taylor down the road here.
Now, is that a glass? Or,
I would love that.
Is that a glass or is that plastic?
This is plastic.
I'm kidding with you because I was asking about the guitar. Look at the design on the glass. Does it have your name on it?
No, it just has a P on it. Fun fact, I got this for Christmas from one of my friends in high school, and I still use it every single day when I'm at home.
No, that's a cool thing. I mean, going back to high school and the friends that you've made, and you've got your little, I'm sure they have things from you as well. And they're going, yeah, this is the famous Paige King Johnson class.
Yeah.
It's cool. Yeah. So what are you going to do? What are you going to play for us?
Oh, we'll play an unreleased sneak peek.
A little, we can call it a Skip Happens sneak peek.
Skip Happens sneak peek.
It's Paige King Johnson. All right, tell us.
So this is a song. I play it quite a bit because I love it so much. But it's called Sunday Paper. It hits the driveway around 6 a.m. Dad shuffling down in his slippers again. Comes in the door to a silent house, trying not to wake us, quiet as a mouse. It's a weekend ritual you couldn't change if you tried. The stories of our small town life in black and white. Who's getting married and who's splitting up? Who just took their last trip around the sun? But between cups of coffee and scrambled eggs from the front porch swing to the easy chair. You can read a little now, save some for later. All you want to know is written in the Sunday paper. Sis is gonna read the funnies. Dad takes the classifieds. I'm the one that's gonna solve the crossword. Mom's the dear appetite. Who's getting married and who's splitting up? Who just took the last trip around the sun? Between cups of coffee and scrambled eggs from the front porch swing to the easy chair. You can read a little now, save some for later. All you want to know is written in the Sunday paper. All the ladies at the beauty shop will be buzzing when Monday comes. After combing through every chapter and verse of their small town 411. Who's getting married and who's splitting up? Who just took their last trip around the sun? Between cups of coffee and scrambled eggs from the front porch swing to the easy chair. You can read a little now, save some for later. All you want to know is written in the Sunday paper. The Sunday paper is written in the Sunday paper.
Wow.
Ooh.
Now,
Love this.
that is good. Go ahead, Deb. I'm sorry.
No. I said I love having a sneak peek.
I know the sneak peeks are good. And a song about the Sunday paper, and how true is that? You used to always get all your information from the Sunday paper. Find out who got married, found out who got divorced, found out who went bankrupt.
Jail.
Who's in jail.
Yeah, right. Well, still, every single time I go to visit my grandparents, that is the first thing that is sitting on my grandma's side table by her recliner is the paper, and that's all. She will still cut out newspaper clippings and give them to me about things.
I love it. I saw a newspaper clipping with you in it online here just recently.
Yes.
Yeah, that was.
She's got to have that one framed, Paige, I'm sure.
Yeah, right. Fun fact. So we used to have a local town newspaper called the Andrew Independent that was a daily newspaper, and then it became a weekend newspaper. And then, as you know, more online stuff came, it disbanded. But we have one that's like our county-wide newspaper that is still a daily newspaper. And so we actually started every newspaper clipping that was about like me and shows and stuff like that. I actually started saving, and I'm grateful I did now. And so I was telling my mom the other day, I was like, even if I never become anything, I at least have all these saved and I can frame them, and my kids will, think I was a big deal.
Well, you are a big deal, and you're still enough you've got a long ways to go, and you're on the right track. You're on the right path. I mean, you're just, and we're so proud to know you. But you talk about the Sunday paper here. I know we just, I think the paper's been cut down to maybe 1 or 2 days a week. We get the Sunday paper. My wife Nancy has to have the Sunday paper. Yeah. And it's like, Nance, that news, now everybody's going to get mad at me, and Deb's going to yell at me afterwards for talking about this, I'm sure. But that news in the newspaper, the Sunday paper, that's like 4 days old. I'm telling you, you can go online and go to their website and read about it when it's happening. But then, they put it all together and it comes out in the Sunday paper. And then she goes, well, I need all the ads. I want all how many stores are now really putting ads in papers? They're not that much, not here anyway. So, but it's sad. It's very sad though. When you think about it, it's sad. Yeah, it's terrible. It's very,
worlds are changing.
And this whole COVID thing is making us make a lot of changes. Look what we're doing here right now. And I say this quite often too. I mean, we wouldn't be able to do this I'm sure we wouldn't be doing this if COVID came along, and now we have to do it this way. And we've all learned how to do things. Maybe it's a little bit better. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Maybe so. Maybe it's more efficient.
Maybe, but it's getting artists like you out there where if this wasn't happening, chances are you wouldn't be here right now, doing this. So, and you need to be seen. You need to be heard by the people here in the Northeast. And, you're a great artist. You got it going. And this is an avenue to do that. So,
yeah.
And take advantage of this type of avenue with all the, there's so many people doing a podcast, a lot of country people, a lot of radio stations, just take advantage of that and get yourself out there.
Yeah. I mean, and thankfully, right now, if, Facebook wasn't the worst and just, crushed all of us musicians' dreams with all these new guidelines they have. But
oh, that's terrible. Yeah, go ahead.
If they're listening, we're not happy.
Dear Mark.
But
what are one of the things that they have done? That I was on a webinar today, and they were going over some of the business angles with Facebook. But
so I was reading through it earlier this afternoon, and the gist that I got from it was that they are. If they flag something that is what they consider a music for a listener's experience, aka a live stream concert, they are not allowing that anymore on their platform.
Instagram and Facebook?
Yeah, it said our products, meaning everything that Facebook owns. So Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah. Wow.
So basically everything's probably going to end up going to YouTube if it's live streamed.
Yeah, but you don't have the same number of people, I don't believe. I know. Or you got Vimeo out there as well. You could do it maybe on, that's even.
Well, and I don't know, how are they going to reprimand people? Is that the right word? How are they going to discipline people about it?
You get an envelope in the mail someday.
No, they could shut down your account, though.
They said they can shut down your page because of it, which scares the heck out of me as an artist and should scare the heck out of you as a media.
Yeah, it does. It does.
This is the only way that we can reach people.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, you know where it's going. You'll have to pay for the space. That's what's going to end up happening. So
it's all about the
mighty dollar.
It's all about the money. We ain't got money. We ain't got money.
Show me the money.
Your next song. We ain't got money.
Yeah.
I like that. Oh, it's Paige King Johnson. You know what? I have a list of questions here. Deb, should I get to some of these questions or not?
Sure. Are we going to get one more song out of you, Paige, before we go or not?
Here all night.
Okay. So go ahead, Skip. You can ask a few questions. I just want to make sure we get another song.
So I before every podcast, I put together a list of 25 questions. Okay. And I always ask the guest to.
I'm going to go plug in my computer. Die. Yeah. No, okay. I'm here.
Okay. You want me to wait a minute? You plugging it in? Is it all fine?
We're plugged. I'm good.
Are we charging?
Yes.
We're charging.
We're charging. All right. So I have a list of 25 questions. I put these together before each and every podcast. And I ask the guest. Oh, yeah, you're ready. I ask the guest, and in this case, it'd be Paige King Johnson, to pick a number between 1 and 25. And I will ask you the question that corresponds to that number.
Oh, I love this. Okay.
You're not going to like this.
I love this.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, let's go with 17.
What's the first thing you do when you wake up?
Well, the smart, what answer would be, I get out of bed. But I'm a very habitual person, and I can't really do anything until I wash my face and brush my teeth.
Okay.
Even if I'm not doing anything the rest of the day, I have to wash my face, brush my teeth to get started.
Okay, that's good. All right, pick another number. Not 17, obviously.
4.
4. Oh, what's your most prized possession?
My voice.
Good answer.
Yay.
Most
That's a new one.
Yeah, most artists would say my guitar.
Yeah, I mean that was my second,
But
but
you're right. That
I couldn't do this job if I didn't have it.
I better take care of that. All right, let's do another one.
You pick a number.
No, I can see the questions. That's not fair.
Deb picks a number.
All right, Deb, pick a number.
Okay. 24.
24. What's your go-to karaoke song?
Oh,
Shania Twain.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's go, girls.
yeah.
Oh man, I love it. All right.
Wait, I want to know, do you have a go-to karaoke song, Skip?
I do, but it's probably nothing you would know.
Try me.
Really?
Yeah. What is it, Skip?
1967. And maybe it was 68. The group was the Turtles.
Yes.
Do you know the Turtles?
Yes.
No.
One of my professors at Belmont was in the Turtles.
What?
No way.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no way. Who was your professor?
I'm sitting here trying to think of what his name was, but he had really like wiry hair. Oh gosh, what was his name? But they're the ones who
went by Eddie and Flo, and they did "Happy Together." That was, but my go-to song was a song called "Eleanor."
Okay.
Eleanor, gee, I think you're swell. I don't know. It was one of those, obviously I love some of the older music. I love the older music. It's that and Don't Laugh at Me. Are you ready?
Are you going to say like Taylor Swift or something?
No. It's another oldie, but whenever I used to do a lot of cruises and I was an outside sales rep for a cruise company and or a travel agency, and I sold a lot of cruises. So my wife and I were able to go, and we got married in St. Thomas, but I would always sing karaoke on the cruise. And it was, This Guy's in Love with You, Herb Alpert. You say this guy's in love.
Well, you're just all about some love songs.
Yeah. Then
and you
answer, it sounds like at karaoke night.
It's about you, not about me. I'm the old guy here, but I love what you're doing, and of course our today's music. I'm pretty wide for a radio guy, and being in the country format. Although I've worked out formats, country's been the best and the longest. And I love it to death. I like all different genres of music. It depends on my mood. It depends when I get in the car or the truck to go to work. It's like, okay, I don't want to listen to this. I'll listen to this. Sometimes I put an oldies channel on. Some days I've got a country channel on. Other days I'm like just banging my head against the dashboard with some rock. So that's the way I am. People look at me and go, what is this guy listening to?
But that's how I am as a songwriter too.
Yeah.
Like I obviously on Fridays, I make sure to go listen. I try to listen to all of the new country stuff, but throughout the week, it really just depends on my mood as to if I'm going to listen to pop radio,
right?
Or if I'm going to listen to some old country or 90s country, or if I listen to Christian music or whatever, because I can pull from so many different things. And I feel like that helps me as a songwriter so that everything doesn't start sounding the same.
Right. No, I think that's a good point. All right. Number.
7.
The one thing you avoid at catering.
Olives.
Olives?
Ooh, I would avoid that too.
I love olives.
Oh my God. Ugh.
I can't do it.
Oh, all right. Let's do just a couple more.
Okay. 15. Oh no.
What's your go-to dance move?
Well, it depends on how many glasses of wine I've had.
That's a good answer.
Yes, I know. I get it.
I mean, I'm from the South, so line dances are a big thing. So
okay.
Any kind of line dance, but I mean the typical like the shopping cart move, good one for the sprinkler,
Oh, there you go. I think that would depend on how many glasses of wine you had. I get it. All right, let's do one more.
23. I just turned 23. 23.
Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday. What's number one on your bucket list? I have an idea, even though I don't know you like that. But
career bucket list would be the most attainable close one would be to put out a full-length album.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, but that's
regular life bucket list. Number one would be to go skydiving.
I knew you were going to say that. I don't know why. I was thinking maybe hang gliding or something very adventurous. So that's right.
I'm a thrill junkie.
Can I just tell you one thing? Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Live like you're dying, right?
I did it.
Yeah.
Do it. And if you want to watch the video, you'll laugh your butt off, but it's on my YouTube page. From the minute I jumped out of the plane to when I landed on the ground, it is awesome. It's pretty ugly.
You're probably screaming like a little girl. Your face looks like this.
Yes, my face looked like it was gonna, because you're free falling for I don't know how long it is, but you got to think about it. You're free falling, and your skin, it's crazy. Got to check it out. It's on my YouTube.
I will most definitely. That will be what I want as I go to bed tonight.
Once you do it, Paige, you will never look at the sky the same way again. What are you laughing at? I'm serious. It's awesome. To this very day, I walk out and I look up.
How many thousand feet do you go up for jumping?
10,000.
10? Okay.
We were at 10,000. The door opened up. The guy said, "Let's go." I loved it. I was strapped to the guy. So this is all good. It was a tandem, of course. So it was good.
I say I want to go now, and I very much do, but it would take, somebody would have to push me out once I got up there, because I would freak out momentarily. But then once I was falling, I'd be fine.
I'm going to, okay.
I would have a heart attack from the plane into the air, and I'd be having my funeral at the ground because I just wouldn't make it.
People think I'm like, they could not believe this, but I was not nervous one bit. I was excited. I was ready to go. I've wanted to do it. It's been on my bucket list for so long. Finally got the opportunity, and I was just ready to go.
I'm jealous.
You're gonna love it. Do it. All right, one more.
Number one.
Oh, what's your favorite drink to fill your solo cup with?
Red wine.
Bam.
Preferably Cabernet.
Wow. All right. Oh, I got one for you. What's the name of the podcast?
Skip Happens Podcast / Vodcast, featuring the official country music fan club.
Hey, I like it. I like it. You're hired.
But also, how many people have you had on here who go, "Oh, I don't know"?
One. And I'm like, look in the upper corner. It'll give you a clue.
Yeah, we did have one or two that forgot that it was up in the corner. They knew it was Skip. They just couldn't remember the happen part. So it was kind of funny. So
that's cool.
I have to ask you, give a shout out. Do you remember my son Brendan, who was with us? He's watching on the watch party. So he said to tell you hello, and he loves your guitar.
Hello, Brendan. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm sure you'll see him at some point. He's still down in Nashville, but they're opening up now, so you should be able to play a few places. Writers round, something.
Yeah, there have been a few writers rounds, and actually, so we can get some actual music content here. So I've been back 2 times now. The first time was to record the music video for this single coming out on Friday, which I'm very, very excited about. I actually got to. Throughout all of this, one of the God things I said, like we've been talking about, was, with the pushing of time, I've had a little bit more time to be able to think about all this stuff and kind of how I want it to look. And I've actually, singer, songwriter, 90s country artist, Miss Pam Tillis, has actually been a mentor and creative director for the music video for this, which was such a cool thing to be able to work with her on. And to be able to call, somebody who's one of my heroes a friend now, and to have her on speed dial on my phone is just a pinch moment.
Now, how did that encounter happen?
So my the artist development company that I work with, the Bernard, the guy who is the owner of it, he is actually really good friends and has been friends with Pam for years. He's been in the music industry for years, and it was kind of always in the 5-year plan to at some point bring her in, kind of introduce her to me and see if she was interested in my music. And so we sent her over Water Down the Whiskey and a couple of other demos and stuff that I had. And she immediately hit him back and was like, yes, I love this stuff. I love this girl. And all this started happening right around April. And, she's not able to tour right now. And so she was like, I have some free time on my hands right now. So I'd love to kind of work with her and see what her artistic vision is for this and kind of how she wants it to look. And so, we got the ball rolling and kind of dreaming up what we thought we wanted this whole music video to be for the song. And it was a long process and a really cool creative process to kind of work with her on somebody on the outside and seeing her take on the song and, how the movie played out in her head for it. And it came out really, really cool. So I'm excited about that. And we're working out the whole release plan for the music video, but it's coming very, very soon.
Cool.
So you both wrote the vision of the music video together?
Yeah, well, like what you had in her and then me refining it. But she,
nice.
Yeah, it was a really cool. And then she was on set helping us direct it and kind of make sure we got all the shots and in the whole editing process too. So she's been such a cool, mentor and creative visionary for this whole release, which I'm really excited about.
That's really great to hear that, you get somebody who's been in this industry for so long, really want to take a hand in the development of somebody up and coming. That's just really fantastic to hear.
And I mean, starting out, I really didn't know, I was just excited that she liked my music and that she was, willing to help. And now she truly has become a friend, and she'll call me and just say, what's next? Like, what are you doing today? Is there anything I can help with? Is there anybody, that I can put you in touch with that could help along with the process? So she's truly has a heart of gold and is passionate about, helping younger artists and kind of helping us not make all the mistakes that maybe she made or kind of get over some hurdles that she had to go through. So I'm super appreciative of it and, grateful for the whole working relationship with it. So that's a whole other fun part of this whole release that I'm excited about.
Wow. I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see the end result of the video. That's cool. We love Pam Tillis. So we had her on the podcast here a while ago and she was just the sweetest thing. So we love her. So you're going to do one more song before we let you go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I can play
AC/DC.
I can play the single.
Okay, it's up to you.
What did you say, Skip?
I said AC/DC, maybe Dirty Deeds Done, whatever, Dirt Cheap, or...
I don't know that I have that in my repertoire.
You know me, I'm a little crazy. So it's all good. I'm proud to say it.
You can jam out to that tomorrow morning in your car. Even though you can't go anywhere.
I know. What, I'm going to drive around the block?
Take a lap on the block.
I live in a neighborhood. I could very easily do that, and nobody would even think about it. So, all right, Paige King Johnson, what are we going to hear?
So this is a single that's coming out on Friday.
Can't wait.
You get to listen to it first. This song is called Just Like You. Ain't it just like a man to forget every birthday? Leave you hanging on the line, wondering if he's gonna say I love you. Ain't it just like a man to show up late to the party, expecting you'll be ready to leave on his arms soon? But ain't it just like you coming in from a long, hard day, dirty hands wrapping around my waist? Baby, tell me what's happened since I left this morning. And ain't it just like you to be be so patient, even when I'm driving you crazy, to know what I want to say before I think a thing. Ain't it just like you to love a girl like me? Ain't it just like you to love a girl like me? Ain't it just like me to make a mess of everything, falling apart to see how far you'll go to fix it? And ain't it just like me to ask you to up and leave your job and your mom for a new hometown just 'cause I'm in it? But ain't it just like you coming in from a long, hard day, dirty hands wrapping around my waist? Baby, tell me what's happened since I left this morning. And ain't it just like you to be so patient, even when I'm driving you crazy, to know what I want to say before I think a thing? Ain't it just like you to love a girl like me? Ain't it just like you to love a girl like me? And I hope the way you love me never changes, 'cause I've never felt anything like it, and I'll never find anyone just like you, coming in from a long, hard day, dirty hands wrapping around my waist. Baby, tell me what's happened since I left this morning. Just like you to be so patient, even when I'm driving you crazy, to know what I want to say before I think a thing. Ain't it just like you to love a girl like me? Ain't it just like you to love a girl like me?
Wow. Wow. Like you. Just like you on Skip Happens.
Wow. We had a sneak peek, but I can't wait for Friday.
Yeah, exactly. So if somebody wants to find out more about you, maybe get the song when it comes out, how can we do that?
So my website is just PaigeKingJohnson.com, and your fancy little self has it all down here. So that's how you spell it, PaigeKingJohnson.com. And on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all that fancy stuff at Paige King Johnson. I don't have a TikTok because I'm not trendy like most 20-somethings.
Well, I was going to add that.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's probably okay, but being, at your age, being young, and most have it though. I know even people my age that have it.
They do.
That's scary.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of people who have just blown up on there, but I haven't gotten on that train yet. But everywhere else, find me, and it'll be available on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, YouTube. There's a lyric video coming out on Friday with it on my YouTube.
Okay.
All kinds of stuff. Anywhere you listen to music.
Yep, just anywhere you want to go.
Yeah.
That's why release week is so busy for you. Jeez, got to make sure all this stuff's ready for Friday.
Yeah.
I know. I'm so glad you got a hold of me and said I want to come back on, and then we touched base after that. And now here we are tonight, and it's just so awesome to see you, to have you on Skip Happens along with myself, and of course Deb from the Country Music Fan Club. It's so good to see you again, and we'd like to do this again down the road, and we'll keep in touch. And hopefully, when things loosen up a little bit and you decide to make a trip back to the Northeast, we'd love to have you in the studio in person. So
absolutely, I need some more of that pizza from New York.
And the wing.
And the wing.
Yes. How true is that though? I mean, we had I talk a lot, I get that, but we had pizza and wings in the Outer Banks, and it was like they don't know how to cook the wings. Like, these are not I'm just saying, it's like the pizza was okay.
That's a New York thing.
Yeah, I guess.
You have a
Upstate.
high standards.
Yeah, I guess. I was gonna. I ordered a glass of wine from my wife on my phone. That's what I was doing, and it's yet to show up. So, what?
She's waiting for commercial.
Wait, what? You ordered a glass of?
Yeah, she's upstairs, so I text her to bring me down a glass of wine.
Ah, got you. I thought you said for her, and I was like, does Postmates deliver glasses of wine?
Oh, that'd be nice.
That'll be coming down the pike, I'm sure.
Yeah. All right, it's Paige. When we sign off, if you could hang on, if you click off, come back on again because we want to talk to you a minute. But y'all check out Paige King Johnson. The brand new single is coming out on Friday. Check her out online. Make sure you download it. Make sure you support her. Get to know her now because she's going to be a big star. And Deb and I will do everything we can under our power to once things open up to get you back up here and maybe meet some of our fans and some of our listeners and take it from there. So that'll be cool. All right, Paige King Johnson, thank you for joining us. Tell Connie I said hello.
I will.
Yeah.
I love your mom.
Connie actually was responding a little bit on the Facebook on the watch page.
And I guess it's probably good I didn't ask one question. The most adventurous thing you've done that your parents don't know about. You don't have to answer it. Never mind. All right. But
don't answer. She's only 23. She could still get in trouble.
Paige King Johnson, everybody. Paige, thank you so much again for joining us here on Skip Happens tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.